Good morning to you.
Good morning, Roland Walker.
Lady in yellow.
Yeah, I love my... Yes, this is definitely Woodine and it's Ajoyeboa, yes.
Very exotic.
You shouldn't even guess. Like Thursdays and Fridays, strictly reserved for Woodine licorice and Ajoyeboa clothing.
Afrocentric, but with a European touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very European in style.
You should, if you haven't been to the Woodine store yet, you should check out their new lines. The new kind of fabric that they have is
so beautiful.
Oh gosh, you definitely get your taste.
How come they gave me the ones they gave me? Yours.
You're just jealous. Just sold the stuff.
I'm not jealous.
You begin to sometimes when you see the fabric just hanging, you don't really appreciate it until somebody turns it into something else, and then you begin to see the true beauty. So if you've got a Woodine fabric, look for Ajoyeboa clothing. And it's so easy to find her. She's on Facebook, just Ajoyeboa clothing, or Instagram, Ajoyeboa clothing, and then you can link up with her and let her turn your Woodine into something that you absolutely love.
I agree.
This Christmas, I mean, Christmas is just around the corner. One of the things you can't go wrong is fabric as a gift. And if you want something different, something that adults can wear, younger persons can also wear, just go to the Woodine store and they would wrap it nicely for you as well. So don't think too much if you can't figure out what gift to give to who.
You see?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say good morning to Samuel Sapon. Mr. Samuel Sapon is a former KMA boss, but also a former Ashanti Regional and Central Regional Minister. Good morning to you.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's look at what's making headlines in the various newspapers. We've got the Ghanaian Times, the Business Finder, the Daily Dispatch, the Daily Guide.
No, today they shut the news, but I had to go.
Okay, so let's start with the Ghanaian Times. That's the paper I have. The Ghanaian Times newspaper, front page, President tours Adenta Medina Footbridge construction site, inaugurates AMA office complex. Government secures $4.5 million support to train 200 job seekers for oil and the gas sector. Ghana Health Service, Ministry of Health to save lives with drone technology. That story also in the inside pages. NDC slashes 100,000 Ghana cedis of filing fee. Nomination now ends December 8th. We will talk about it. EC to organize special voting for media security EC personnel on December 24. Also, Kingmaker jailed 12 months for land fraud. And on the back page of the Times, President to announce packages to boost agric production. Post-harvest losses cost Ghana some $700,000 annually. Center spread. Government secures the 4.5 million support to train 200 job seekers. The details, full details of that headline on the front pages in this center spread. And then pictures of the president's tour of Adenta and Medina. CETA calls off strike action. All right. All of that in the center spread of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Let's continue, Roland. Let's do the Daily Graphic.
Yeah, let's do the Daily Graphic. On the front page of the Daily Graphic, it's all agriculture. And of course, we've had some promises already in there. I can see Ghana exports plantain to Burkina Faso, Togo and Benin. I don't know whether this story is supposed to equalize.
Plantain.
Knowing that when the last time I went to the market, last time I went to the market to look at food prices, apparently the hide, willy and nani and all that we tend to take or eat. And then the onions, tomatoes, all coming from Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and they're all Sahel or desert, almost really semi-savanna countries. It's surprising how they do it.
Well, but if we also export plantain, that's a good thing.
Do we?
Well, that's what the paper says.
Okay, so page 3 of the paper has all that. We also have NDC reviews filing fees for flag bearer aspirants. That's a good thing. Special supplements on Farmers' Day. So you have a picture of the president. It says President cut short for construction of Jamestown Fishing Harbour. And,
How many times, I heard somebody ask this, how many times are we either have we done it or how many times are we going to be cutting short for
the first time I heard about this was when President Kufuor was president, and I used to cover him as one of the sub-reporters, and we had tried. I remember Gladys Asma was then the Minister for Fisheries. We're done. We went to Mumford. We did that as well, Jamestown. And I think it had to do with the funding. If you look at when the Professor Mills came into office, they went to get a CBD loan, and one of the components, it wasn't accessed eventually. One of the components was supposed to build these harbours, and some will be at Keta, we'll have some at Mumford, we'll have some
so anytime somebody gets a hint of a possible loan, then we go and cut. What do we cut actually?
No, but this one is, I'm told the money is coming.
So what do we cut like?
Well, no, we cut to, I think it's more of a ceremonial thing.
Yeah.
Just to symbolize how the project will start, when it's going to start.
I think somebody said we don't cut it very deep, so you know. We don't
I think it's just it's the symbolism. It doesn't mean that you're cutting something.
So that we know that at least something is coming. We've cut nothing. We are still cutting.
Yeah, one of those things. don't blame us, you know. Sometimes we need to get the political mileage.
I'm not, but there are a lot of things that are becoming a Ghanaian thing, you know. We have to begin to move away from the Ghanaian stuff.
Yeah. Work begins that's on the back page of the Daily Graphic. Work begins on Bewa Palace for performance of funeral of the Yanas. And definitely there needs to be some peace maintained before the period. We also have Ghana International Women's Club donates cancer machine. We brought you that story to the Kolubu Teaching Hospital. You go to the center spread of the paper, 34 years of National Farmers Day, from farming to abundance, preset radio to 100,000 Ghana cedis. And when it was started, they gave the farmers preset radios, you know, Casanoma. Within that period, look, we've developed as a country. And if you know, within that period from 1983, when we had that hardship in the country, most of us were taking yellow corn. You know, present day, they don't know what yellow corn is. They only know that it's good for poultry. But Charlie, we used to take it with some pepper and things. Times have been hard. But since then, in 2017, you have a picture there of the president holding the symbolic check there with the national farmer for 2017 receiving 100,000 Ghana cedis. That's a good one. And Philip Kweku Ajamain was the national best farmer for 2017. So we'll have a new one for this year as well. So Charlie, we've improved. During President Mahama's one, the national best farmer Robert Krenzel from the Ijumaku Inyan district in the central region was presented with a 3-bedroom house as a prize. That's great. So we've improved. I was reading about how it started, and I'm trying to see if I get the information. We'll try and do some riddle on the show this morning. I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm telling you ahead. Let's do the Today newspaper. I'm not participating.
Front page of the Today newspaper. Guzi fights back. I'm still in NDC flag bearer race. No cash for Farmers' Day. That story is on page 3. Interesting. There's Dr. Owusu Efriyi Akoto, Food and Agriculture Minister, coming with this headline: No cash for Farmers' Day. Government must fight money ritual. It's also another headline. And that's by way of what is on the front page of the Today newspaper. Roland will do the dispatch.
Yeah. Let's do the dispatch. And on the front page of the dispatch, we have a question being asked, a story called from myjoyonline.com. Who is protecting Aisha Huang? And Aisha Huang is, you know, according to the story, is a Chinese Galamsey queen. She's in court, but at the same time, she is still in the forest mining. Isn't Ghana wonderful? I love Ghana. So other stories we have on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. NDC tensions cooling down. Payments now 320,000 Ghana cedis. Elections on January 26. EC on why it reverted to its old logo. And Ministry of Education to act on Ministry of Education to act on school children used for politics. Well.
Okay. Done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So you can continue with the Daily Guide? I'll do the Business Finder.
Continue with the Daily Guide newspaper. It has on the front page, you see drops Charlotte Osei's logo. That's how they put it. With, you know, like how the press do it. A picture of a pondering Charlotte Osei. Bawumia defends drone deal. 646 million US dollar Sino Hydro loan approved. The main story. NDC slashes killer fees to 320,000 Ghana cedis after Rawlings' intervention. You have a picture there of Rawlings trying to indicate, I told you the money was too much. All right, so that's what we have. Center spread, advertorial, nothing. Okay.
Okay, so first riddle.
Riddle.
What was the first package given to the best farmer when it was first instituted? In fact, I should begin with when did we start the celebration? When
it's very easy. 34 years ago.
Which is 1980 what?
1984.
No.
1984. 1984.
Come again. Come up one.
1985.
Come up one. You said 1986.
1985.
But you were very close. Yes, 1985. Okay. So let's go to the package. What was the first? Because now you're talking about a house presented last year, yeah? Okay. What was the first package made up of? What we gave the best farmer then?
A radio set.
No. Come again.
A wheelbarrow and radio sets.
No. Why did he say radio sets?
Yeah, because they are
this is radio, yes.
Preset radio.
Charlie, you've done your...
No, but you know I'm the one to do the interview, so I've read about it.
Oh, this is not fair. Okay, come again. Okay, so say again. You said radio, yes?
Yeah, preset radio, wheelbarrow, Wellington boots.
There wasn't a wheelbarrow.
Cutlass. I'm telling you, but...
Charlie, Shaq.
No, it's a Makai.
Let's do the business.
More.
Hey.
I
thought I was going to be doing riddle. What are you doing?
I'm ready.
Oh, wow.
Vim.
Yeah.
For
Charlie,
farmers.
You do. Let's do the Business Finder newspaper.
All right.
Front page, VIP calls for clear spectrum roadmap to fast track the digitization agenda. Okay. This is, drone is part of digitization, isn't it?
Ghana card is not digitization. We have been on it. We have been... Dr. Vice President.
It's in a group photograph with some big men on the front page of the Business Finder.
Men and women.
On free SHS, funding crisis ahead as price of oil slums. That's the headline. Front page of the Business Finder newspaper. Let's do the Daily Statesman. Front page of the Daily Statesman. College of Education teachers call a strike beyond a ghetto upgrade. KTK is coming. Railways will transform Ghana. MPs approve $646 million in Sino Hydro deal. That's the deal that's going to solve a lot of our problems, apparently. So that's it by way of headlines. Front page, at least, the Daily Statesman newspaper.
Yeah. So let's look at, have you done the custodian?
No, I haven't.
So let me do the custodian. A good friend of mine edits it, so that's a good one. I would do Good Morning to Awudu Mahama as the editor. So I'm biased towards this paper. The custodian has on the front page, NDC eats humble pie over scandalous. Awudu, mischief. Over scandalous 420,000 filing fee. Drone deal won't cost $27 million US. Pious, Enam, Hajida. Talk be pious. Good morning, no. And then we have 8 SOEs to showcase successes at Policy Summit. $4.5 million US secured to train 200 people in oil sector. Charlie, if I can go for one of these scholarships, it won't be bad, though. Government announces incentives for farmers tomorrow. That's a good one.
Okay, well, final riddle. So you talked about the house. When did we begin to give houses as part of the prize for the winner of the best farmer? Which year? Only 3 attempts.
No problem. 2016.
No.
2015.
No. Last attempt. Hang on.
2014.
2002. You lost this one. More of the riddles ahead of Farmers Day coming up on the show. Here's a man who's read everything on farmers since 1984, 1985. Here we are, 2018.
Have you done the statement?
We have, yes, I have. Okay. You're on cues. Let's begin to, but I haven't done the Independent, so we can finish off.
So the Independent newspaper. There's nothing on farmers, thank God. So we have fallout from the ongoing economic restructuring, judges to resign. Oh, fallout from the ongoing economic restructuring and judges to resign over frustration and shabby treatment, salaries reduced, allowances unpaid for years, and court security is apparently not a good one. NDC National Executive Committee beats retreat, forced to reverse filing fee to 300,000 Ghana cedis. And up there, we have, you can't lead NDC if you are broke. Alote Jacobs insists and says, I disagree with Rollins. Minority accuses Baumia of fraud over drones brouhaha. And MPP foot soldiers, apparently, they locked an office of Maslock in one of the districts. It's all on the front page of the Independent newspaper.
May I ask you a last question?
Okay.
So that you can redeem yourself. Where was the first National Farmers Day celebrated? Give me town and give me region. You've got 3 attempts.
Jesus Christ. I rebuke every attempt of the devil. Jesus.
Where did we first celebrate National Farmers Day? Give me the town and give me the region. I can give you more time.
In Kranza?
Nope. Second attempt.
It's in the Bonafa region?
Nope.
Hey Razi. Why you?
Last attempt, Abby.
Yeah, no more drone. It's not easy.
So let me give you, at the time, because we're talking in 1984, 1985, this place was mostly affected by the droughts. Yeah. So it's very significant.
Tamale.
Nope. I'll give you last attempt with the region. Yes.
Okay. The region, drought.
Time's up.
Upper region.
Which of that? Upper region.
At the time,
answer is Eastern region.
Just
I almost said come home when you went to Bunahafo. Yeah. Osino in the Eastern region.
I know Osino.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, when it mattered most.
The devil is a liar.
Yeah, the devil is always a liar.
This thing will not happen.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go. Let's dig into some of the stories in the newspapers. Let's talk about the NDC. There's actually a release. Let's share
NDC and their filing fee.
Yeah, and NDC and what has come up by way of how they've reviewed following a meeting. Let me just read the statement that's been issued. It says the Functional Executive Committee, acting on behalf of the National Executive Committee and upon advice from the Council of Elders, has reviewed the guidelines for the presidential primaries as follows. 1, that Section 9 of the guidelines is amended to read, I, each contestant shall pay a non-refundable filing fee of 300,000 Ghana cedis. Female contestants shall pay 150,000 Ghana cedis, while persons with disability shall pay an amount of 100,000 cedis. And the second one is the fact that the timetable has also been revised. Picking of nomination forms by aspirants who petition the Council of Elders is hereby extended to Saturday, 8th December 2018, including Friday, 7th December, which is a national holiday. The following dates shall also apply: filing of nominations 17th to 18th December 2018, balloting 22nd December, vetting is 21st to 22nd, appeals 22nd to 24th, and the new dates for the primaries is now Saturday 26th January 2019. Remember, it was 19th of January. It's been extended to a week. So for the avoidance of doubts, the statement says all other provisions of the guidelines remain unchanged. These decisions has been communicated to the Council of Elders, who will be meeting the petitioners tomorrow, Thursday, December, which is today, to convey the decisions herein. And the Functional Executive Committee wishes to use this opportunity to reassure all aspirants of a level playing field to ensure that the outcome of the elections shall reflect the true wishes and aspirations of the entire membership of the NDC. And this was signed by Johnson Esiedu Nketia, the General Secretary of the party. But I was thinking yesterday when I first heard this, 400, 300, what's the difference? I mean, it's significant. It's 100,000. It's significant. But if you look at the amounts,
I mean, it's it's
huge. So even when you take 100,000, it's still a lot of money. And for those who know that there is no way, I mean, looking at the other persons in the race, they can make it as presidential candidate for the NDC, I doubt if they want to throw 300,000 away like that. 20,000 a year they can recover. 300,000, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. But are you making this conclusion because you think that it looks like only a person or two seem to be the leaders or front runners in this race?
I think most of them should be very honest with themselves. If you want to take a cue from what happened at the Congress back at the trade fair, I mean, you want to think what 300,000 can do for you and your family
what cues
and your following.
What,
except you want to contribute to the party, which is a good thing.
What cues did you pick from the trade fair?
I am just saying, I'm not an expert. You slept there. I didn't. I wasn't.
You were also in the studio.
I was here. Yes.
Yeah, but you were monitoring. So, it's not the same thing.
I mean,
aren't you able to monitor things from the UK whilst you are not in the UK? So you tell me what's on your mind?
No, nothing. What is on my mind is what I have shared. I'm just saying, but I know that it's absolutely a good thing if you want to donate 300,000 to the party for the party to run the election. But otherwise, if there's something else that money could do for you and your following, I don't know, you better put it to that use. Yeah.
I think overall, this seems to be the tone of the party. This seems to be the message that the party is sending out, that they want to keep the filing fee at this point or at this rate, because of the battered arguments
that they need a lot of money to run
to run
because it's countrywide.
We do understand that there's a lot of money involved. I am thinking, if the argument was that the individuals who are interested in contesting the flag bearership positions should be people who would be in a position to raise funding from various sources or from sources, then I believe that the leaders of the party also should be in a position to raise funding to run the affairs of the party as and when they need it. And so in that context, it kills that argument in the first place. But the National Council of Elders, with the advice they had received from the initial body, or perhaps revising the decision of the National Executive Council, now has given us the indication that the Executive Council has set up this, or has given us the indication that this is the amount that they intend charging. And even following their intervention, this is how much they also say that it could be reduced to. The leadership of the party seem to be sending the message that, one, they don't want too many people to be contesting the presidential primaries. Two,
what, because of the figure?
Yes. Two,
what if 20 people could afford to raise 300,000?
Two, they only want to keep some few people in the race, and it looks like, from what the utterances and the messages and also the comments of some leading members of the party have been over the last couple of weeks, even before we had the Climax Congress.
I tell you what, just to chip in this, some persons have decorated one of the original, I think it's the Ashanti Regional Office of the NDC, with the JM stuff. And some people were complaining. I listened to an executive and who said, well, they are not stopping anybody from doing the same. So if you think you also want to do it, you can, except that you can't put your posters over you can't decorate over what has already been done. And from, I haven't seen it, but from the picture painted, so they've done quite a bit.
so that's why my conclusion is that if you look at the leadership of the party, and the leadership is not only going to be the national leadership, it could be the regional leadership of the party. They seem to be leading to a certain posture that this is the
or
individuals.
At least there are some key members who openly, of course,
yes,
you know,
and this is not new. Remember, the MPP. Over the last two primaries they convened before they won the presidential election in 2016, we had open support by leading members and executives, both national and regional, for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who eventually became.
But if we use that as an excuse, then that's not wrong, because it didn't end so badly for them. So.
Yes, I'm saying that we've had that precedent before, but it is an affront to the constitutions of the various parties, the two main parties especially, because they are the two leading parties. It offends their own constitution, because when you are elected as a national or regional executive, you're supposed to be in a position of neutrality. Because
but if you've already come out to say,
if you come out, then you compromise.
It's true.
The other divergent opinion.
It's true.
That anybody could have who is under you as a regional and national executive.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that it bodes well for free and fairness as far as the elections are related, in electing people to lead them into the next election.
I agree with you.
And the MPP, I won't say they were lucky.
They survived it.
They survived it.
Yeah,
so the NDC also seems to think that that's a way to go about it. I'm thinking that they have some nice individuals in there who have expressed their interest. We have Sylvester Mensah, we have Guzitano, but those who have picked up the nomination, we have Alban Bagme, all of them.
Agman said he didn't pick. Some people did pick for him. Without his...
Yeah, ultimately, now it's been picked for him, so he's picked. So at the end of the day, they have shown the intent that they are interested in leading the NDC to the polls, now or the future. So even if they don't get to win, on some compromising basis, it also means that they will leave some indelible mark in the psyche of the ordinary delegates of the NDC. That would be good. Maybe after 2020, whether they win or they didn't win or whatever the situation becomes the outcome, maybe they can just try again and you never know.
Okay. All right. So we will leave you to also have your say on this NDC matter. I thought we would just do the story in the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and then we'll quickly run and go to myjoyonline.com. This is from page 3, story filed by Malik Suleimana. It says, Kojo Nfum, the fourth prosecution witness in the case in which 14 people are standing trial for alleged murder of Major Maxwell Adam Mahama on May 29, 2017 at Denchroboase in the Central Region, has completed his evidence yesterday. The witness, 34, a farmer, told the court presided over by Mrs. Mariama Owusu that the soldier pleaded with the alleged murderers for compassion, but they ignored him. Nfum, also known as Ejako, said he saw 3 others whose names he gives as Yao, Agade, Daddy, and Akwesi Boa hits Major Mahama with cement blocks and sticks. Led in evidence by Mrs. Evelyn Kilson, a principal state attorney, Nfum said that he carried Major Mahama on his motorbike when the soldier was chased by his assailants. He stated that on their way to Denchroboase, the motorbicycle had an accident and Major Mahama managed to board a tipper truck. Nfum continued that one of the assailants fired gunshots at the windscreen of the tipper truck, and a few moments later, the alleged murderers took Mahama off the vehicle and beat him with objects including sticks. The witness said Mahama died after he was shot and hit with cement blocks and sticks, and the corpse was later conveyed by the police in a plastic sack. So details of what this particular witness had to tell the courts yesterday, well captured, written by Malik Suleimana. You can read till the end. It's on page 3 in the paper. This is one story that absolutely shook the nation, and it is most appropriate that we follow through to see the end, to get justice for the murdered soldier. So that is the story that I'm picking from the daily, the Ghanaian Times newspaper today, Roland. Let's do myjoyonline.com. Is there a story that you wanted to do?
Yeah, you know, the president, during his visit to areas in the Greater Accra region, also went to visit the railways and the activities that were being done by the ministry. And the daily statesman captures the Kitiki is coming. Railway will transform Ghana. And I want to encourage the president and his government to make sure that they're in a position to fulfill that promise, because railways is one of the great means. Is one of the means by which we can have travel swiftly reduced by way of cost and also time for the ordinary commuter, and I'm hoping that at least we'll see some fruition before the 2020 elections. At least if I can travel on a railway, maybe a speed, is this speed train? I didn't say speed train. Maybe the old Kitiki. And so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I've got a last riddle.
Again.
Last riddle on farmers.
So I have a message for you. So this one is from Nana and Sao before. It says, Mama V, the quiz mistress. Why this hot mental this morning?
Because tomorrow is Farmers Day.
Tell her to stop. So
I'm because of what he said, I have a last one. Tomorrow is National Farmers Day. When or where is the celebration taking place? We pick a region and a particular
okay, so you pick the region, I'll show you the place.
No, I haven't picked. This is...
It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Where is the celebration taking place?
It will easily be done.
It's a place you've mentioned before in the...
It's not a problem, I know.
Roland?
Yes, sir.
Patrick is not even giving you a ball.
National Farmers Day for tomorrow. It's Tamale.
Patrick told you.
Who is Patrick?
If you knew it, Patrick Gomez is our director, and he's been speaking into your ears. I know he said it. No. It's in Tamale. But guess what? The minister said we don't have inadequate funds, so we could face possible challenges tomorrow as we celebrate Farmers Day.
Is that what he told you?
That's what he told me. He told Parliament. And the story is in this paper, the Today newspaper. So brief in Parliament yesterday on the situation. Dr. Friya Koto said the organization of the events was dependent largely on private donors, since the 2 million Ghana cedis allocated has not been enough. And this quotes the National Farmers Day, as the name connotes, is a big event that has serious budgetary implications. The constraints of the national budget have been a major drawback to this year's preparations, given that some budgetary allocations of 2 million Ghana cedis approved for the fiscal year 2016 and 2017 was maintained for 2018. So you can read on how is that going to affect tomorrow's celebrations in the Today newspaper. Yeah. Okay, so because of our friend in the UK, I am done.
Nana Ansa Obofour.
I am done with the riddles.
Who just returned from work? So the weather is really cold. It's normal. You know.
It's a brochure, but enjoy it.
But you're enjoying. You see the train services, the tube services you're enjoying. Come to Ghana, you will see stones on the tracks.
Don't be so mean.
It's not me.
MyJoyNews.com.
Well, so we have a couple of stories. MyJoyNews.com. Don't substitute robust medical supplies delivery system for drones. Think tank. Africa's in that way health policy. Yeah. National Cathedral versus victims of violence shelters. Problems plenty. When we prioritize them, cry is even serious. NDC flag bearer race. National organizer apologizes to disgruntled eight. Okay, I like this posture.
You know that the organizer is also a JM.
Yeah, openly.
A JM
that's why he doesn't hide it. Well, before the executive elections, right? And so we have other stories. Dagbang roadmap, a reflection. Muhammad date of birth wins cash for Kumasi Lotto stakers. Yeah, look at that story. Political parties divided over EC logo change. I don't think anybody is worried about the change. You know, the expenditure involved. Blaze on the heels. Christmas comes to Kwawu Abetifi Republic. Hey, there are pictures of Shadow Wale. Who is that? I have Stone Boy, Samini. Then I've seen a Jamaican artist. Inside is Siedua's chest, the missing mistress. She
writes really good. Please make time and read it.
Why? Right. All right.
Okay, I said last, but this is for the road. If you are not able to answer, I will pass the riddle forward, or the question forward, so that Benedict can try. Roland Walker, look into the camera. Please don't say anything to his ears. What is the theme for tomorrow's National Farmers' Day celebration?
It's easy.
Think about it broadly. Think about what the president has set as his agenda, and just add agriculture to it.
It's easy.
Yeah?
Very, very easy.
What's the president's bigger agenda?
It's to create enough food. Planting for food and jobs.
No. I said move away from agriculture. Look at the bigger picture. What's the president's drive? What is his focus as president of the republic?
Ghana beyond aid.
Exactly. Just add agriculture to it.
Okay.
Agriculture.
Beyond aid.
Oh.
That's it.
Too much work. Stay with us. Benedict is coming up. There was a lot of action yesterday. Manchester United continues to be very poor, and the best they can do this season is to draw, whether home or away. It's so heartbreaking. Hopefully, you know, we can share ourselves with the other games.
Matches in a while.
But listen, the good news is that Chelsea lost, so we're in a better place. Benedict is coming up.
Chelsea's your benchmark. But yeah.